carabiners against the eye hooks. Everything is super duper safe. So don't worry about the ship sounds like we're sailing. Everything is, I might go up there and WD-40 them. In the meantime, we just deal with it. All right, wait, I'll know you're ready when you come back through neutral. So when we come back through neutral, we keep engaged. This does get easier, by the way. You stay engaged here, let the hips drop a lot. And I want you to just gently, you can bring your hands down if you can stand this recalibration of the shoulders. So we're pulling up through the front and down through the back. There it is, that little lift. So I want you guys to do some shoulder shrugs. I want you to just pull down against the swing. Pull down, don't move your hips. Don't move your hips. Drop your hips. There you go. Pull down against the swing. So that are your lats. Those things don't work very much. We use our traps for everything, and then you can see the tension in the neck and shoulders. But these are lats. These are the things that are going to help us engage through the subscapula and get our wings on our back again, because most people have collapsed. Right? So it'll be a little intense at first. We're going to get used to doing that. And now find your hook. So if you want to get the swing a little bit lower, you can always push back. Okay? Come into forearm press if you need to. Or try engaging down, pull the elbows down. If it's too much, take breaks. We have a nice, hour and a half more hanging from our armpits. And they're like, okay, I've had enough. So I want you to just sway from side to side. So we're rocking the pelvis. So it's like one knee's coming forward and one knee's coming back. So we're on a rotation, not side to side. There it is, perfect. And see if you can loosen up the pelvis, the stickiness there. Knees stay wide the whole time, so we're not going to collapse the knee in. We're actually going to just let the hips do the work. Great job, everybody. There it is. You'll start to notice all that connective tissue that cuts off or blocks the legs moving up into the belly. So that's our focus for right now. We'll move into more upper body and chest stuff too. Heel toe the feet together. We're all going to start to synchronize swim, press back, hips up, arms open wide, supported back bend. Now you can extend your arms all the way up overhead or go back into chilaxin arms. Okay, in chilaxin arms with elbows flare out wide. And from here we are going to come into another weeping willow. So in the weeping willow, where our upper body is like a kite, just flapping in the wind, a flag. And then the lower body is nice and strong. So feet are together, legs are straight, and we're pushing our hips up, and then swaying from side to side gently. Beautiful, guys. So inhale, come to center. Exhale, open your arms wide. Take a breath. And then take another exhale down, pull the feet up, stretch the hamstrings back. Inhale, arms open. Exhale, overhead. Inhale, extend, and then exhale, go a little bit deeper. So every inhalation is an extension. Every exhalation, we're just going to relax into it to come back down. Nice. And now we're going to rock forward and back a little bit. Okay? We're going to take a break soon. That's part of the dealio. We're not going to do this the whole time. So let's use our forearms and just press into a gentle camel pose. Yeah, so in camel, we pull our toes stay tucked under, knees come together towards the ground, hips are pressing towards knee, and then rock back again. So we're on just like a little pendulum swing. I'm just feeling that forward and back motion. Good. Really nice, guys. Okay, so we're going to keep the forearm press. This time when we come back, shoot the right foot back. You can keep the toes tucked under. Wiggle the front toes forward to the front of your mat. Knee down. Bring the knee down. Use your mat as your guidance for alignment. We're right underneath our plumb line. Okay? Knees tracks with the ankle. And now from here, you can untuck the back toes if it's too much. You just do that so you can actually press up. So we're going to inhale and lift. Press with your forearms so much your chest points towards the sky, and you come into a supported back bend. Take a nice deep cleansing breath there. And then exhale, come back down. Nice. So can you feel how much deeper you can go in the pose, and at the same time you're opening up this whole front line? So it should be really deep in the quad there. Not too much pressure on the knee. The knees don't like it too much, but inhale, come back and lift. Exhale, drop back in, relax. Good. Only go as far as it feels good for today. And again, we're just warming up slowly, doing some yoga translations. So you can see how a pose, like a basic forward lunge in yoga, can be accentuated with the swing. Inhaling up. Exhale, come back down. Hold on to the swing to press back. Just help yourself back to neutral. Drop the hips for a breath. Then inhale, press them back up, and then shoot the left knee back. Toes can stay tucked under if you want to go a little bit deeper. Knee tracking right over the ankle. Toes to the front of the mat. Forearm press will help you lift. So inhale, press and lift. So notice, look for a second, guys. My heart is actually pressing up towards the sky. So everybody try and go a little bit deeper as you can, which means you're pressing into the back of the swing. There you go. Good. Inhaling up, and then exhale, come back down and rest. There you go. So the forearm, so you were pressing so much, you can lift your knee up off the ground. Just try it. There you go. Now you're going a little bit deeper. So I'm going to help you a little bit here, Megan, just because you also have a twist and a torque in your spine. So this wants to, go this way. So now when you press, see if we can keep your shoulders even. So having pressure forearms in and then lift. Lift a lot. Come all the way up. I'm just going to help you out a little. So this is a little bit of a twist that I wanted you to be aware of that's happening with the shoulder coming up. So the swing is like truth serum. It's super honest about where we are in our bodies. So it just all reveals itself. But not only does it reveal itself like, oh, we have a twist in our spine, it really starts to use gravity to open and lengthen. And so the more that we do this, the more you can actually do one of these where you shift. So I want you to just shift that right, arm down. Do you see what I mean? And now the swing will help rebalance that. Everybody's looking good. Nice. Okay, so beautiful. And then you can actually, like Lori's doing, press so much that the knee comes up and you're coming into like a deeper back bend expression, if that's part of your practice. If it's not, there's no need to go super deep, but what happens, beautiful, when we use the swing is we don't crunch the lower back in this full extension. We stay open, and then we can reach back towards our foot. And we want to keep the bow in the upper thoracics instead of crunching the lumbar. And the swing really helps do that because it accentuates that arcing. Beautiful, guys. Okay, so both legs back. One more release into a supported back bend. Pick your favorite position with your arms and sway it out from side to side. I like chillaxing arms because that way your head can really relax. You still get the same bow and the same benefits of the back bend, but no strain on the neck and shoulders. Nice. Just take 5 breaths to explore. Again, I call it aerial yoga play. So we have room and space to experience ourselves in a yoga class where we're just going through the poses and we don't get a chance to really have our own experience with it. We can sometimes miss an opportunity to go deeper into our own unique expression and needs. So just take the time to have your own relationship with the swing. I always learn from people too. I make up all the names and sequences, and if you have an inspiration, feel free to share. I'm open to adding on to what's been created. Beautiful, guys. And then slowly, with your own pace and your own time, come back to center. We're going to make a transition to hook at the hip creases and give the underarms a break. We're going to come through sumo squat and just pop up into a wide straddle forward fold. Hips are sinking back over the ankles. So don't push the hips towards me, sink them back towards the front door. And then bend your elbows and let it slide into the elbow creases. Really good. So use the shape of your mat again. Okay, so toes slightly in, heels out, and be nice and wide. So you can be a little bit wider, Tatiana. There you go, good. Nice. So here we're going to explore again. So flat back, have your head in line with your spine. So feel like there's a pillar, like a straw of light going from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Okay, and then I want you to sway from side to side, but not linear. Try the semicircles. Try tracing the shape of the mat with your gaze. And then when you get to the edge, pause and twist, and then go the other way. Again, let yourself play. So 5 breaths, your own pace and your own time. The slower you go, the better it is in this exploration. Just a little hint, my suggestion at least, because you can get into the intrinsic muscles and the connective tissue, and it'll start to loosen everything up without any effort. Okay, yeah. So it's like swimming through water. Really nice, guys. Okay, we're going to come through center. We're just going to try one peppermint patty. Peppermint patty is when we hook strongly with our arms and we press with a flat back towards the towards the center of the room, and then let your hips sink back. A sweet relief. This is way easier, but just giving you a little hint of how we can do it with dynamic strength. Sway it out again. We do one more peppermint patty. Do not strain anywhere. So if your lower back is like then we listen to that heel and we back off. But if you can, push to your balls of the feet. Push your hips forward. Hook strongly. Nice big shoulder opener. Exhale, come. Okay, from here we're gonna let the left hand sink down. Right underneath the heart. Keep the right elbow hooked. Pull that right elbow down. Look up towards the sky. Wring out the neck. Just nice and gentle and slow. Do that a couple times. Inhale, twist. Exhale, deepen the pose. And then come back through center. Pause. Inhale, twist. We're wringing out the spine. The more you pull down with your right arm, the deeper the twist, right? Real easy, real simple. And then we're just going to simply switch arms. So this is how I'm going to switch arms. You guys can make it up. And I'm going to bring it overhead, hook my elbow, and voila, second side. We do all kinds of strengthening and different movements in the middle of that, but we're just going to come to second side quickly. So we have the left elbow hooked, right arm right underneath the chest. We're wringing out the spine, looking up towards the sky. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and deepen. Inhale, lengthen. So when I say lengthen, you can kind of make it up, but I'm going from my tailbone to my crown of the head. Just pulling the energy out along the axis and then twisting with more space and openness. So when I twist, I pull down strongly with that left elbow, so I can deepen, and then come back through center. Beautiful, guys. So now swing that arm overhead, grab it with both hands, and help yourself up. So I'm going to just show you a little hint here of how to do some strengthening. So kind of like peppermint patty, but we're going to keep our hips back and lower our upper body. So don't go further than the shoulders like it. So this might be it, right? Flat body, and then press up again. So if we keep the arms straight, it's harder. We don't want to go past that natural point where the shoulders feel safe. Okay? Now try that with bent elbows, and you can feel we can go a little bit further, right? So inhale, press up and straighten the arms at the top. Don't use your back, use your arms, which means you're going to keep your torso heavy. Yes, and go really slow. There you go. Inhale, press up, press, press, press. Don't use your back, just the arms. Oh, all of a sudden that's hard, right? Isn't that amazing, the difference? Because we can just bop up and down and be like, oh yeah, I got it. You know, but if we don't use our back at all, but we just use our hands the entire time, you can feel how challenging that is. So that's some of the strengthening that we do, more of the Pilates TRX style swing. Today we're chilling. Today we're going to be chilling. So we're going to come up. So this is how we get the swing to our hips. We press down with both hands, come up on your tippy toes, and make sure you can stretch it all